Hello and welcome back to episode 17 now of the lockdown challenge. We're in the last ebbs of the third season, third part of the challenge, whatever you want to call it. And before we jump in, if you are new around here, please drop a sub on the channel, please drop a like on the video if you're liking this good stuff. If you're going to wait to the end before you drop your like and make your decision, all good. But if you're jumping at this point, you've probably seen some of the others, so I do urge you to go back and watch the others if you haven't before making a decision, because it's all a big story, all a big challenge, all a big route, and jumping in now, it won't mean nothing. Some of the gags won't mean nothing, some of the jokes, some of the references won't mean nothing. It'll be whoosh, straight over your head. But yeah, we're part 4 this season, and yeah, as you can see, we're 22nd of April. There's 6 games to go, so we have got 2 episodes left, so we're going to do this one, the next one. The results have been a bit, as usual, inconsistently consistent, or consistently inconsistent, whatever you want to say. So, but there is still an outside chance we have something to play for. We'll obviously at the end of this episode, these 3 games we'll know for sure. But since that last episode, Paletta signed his new contract, so he's tied up. I think Tyra did, yeah. We did a little bit of a rejig. We've had a few rejigs, and sometimes it gets results going, and then something might change. We try and jig around again, and yeah, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. One thing I did quickly just spot as I was looking around. Tottenham have signed Ian Wright. He's an aging Ian Wright. He's 36 now. His pace is, next to nothing. He's still got 3 goals in 3 games, but he has joined them for £71,000. On the bit of the wane, he's fantastic for a season. Sometimes 2 you can eke out of him, but his physicals do go down very, very quickly. But we'll have a look at Tottenham more at the end of season recap in 2 episodes time. In terms of what we've done, so there's been no transfers, I don't think. We've tried to sell a few, but nothing's happened. So we'll just go straight to the fixtures. And Extremadura was the first game up, and we lost 2-1. I was thinking straight away, oh, here we go. We've got nothing to play for now. We're on the way out. We can't get this team sort of rocking and rolling anymore. Robson, Brazilian striker. Okay. Can't get them going. Can't seem to get anything kind of momentum going. Anything like that. We might have, we beat Badajoz 7-1, but then I think we drew 0-0 the next game. It's just like that. We went 1-0 down. We'd had a few chances when we went 1-0 down. It was a very equal game. We probably deserved to get a bit more out of it, but unfortunately the red card. They scored. On the 7 minutes. We did, pull one back quite quickly, but then we went down to 10 men pretty soon after. They went to 2-1 up. Then they went down to 10 men, but it was too late for us to sort of rally back and get back in. We then bounced back with a 3-2 win against Athletic Madrid B. We went 2-0 up very quickly. You can't say we didn't deserve a better result there, better win. But we went 2-0 up, 30 and 35. But then they went 2-2. That guy we showed in the last episode, who they'd signed from, I can't remember who. I think it's Badajoz, in fact. And he scored 2 goals in 3 minutes as well, better in Barsegian's attempt. In fact, what country is he from? Russia. So they're not compatriots. They're not padres, anything like that. Or what was it the Russians called each other? I've completely gone a blank. But then the mailman delivered to give us a 3-2 win. Not long after they'd gone 2-2 actually. So that was a nice thing. But B of the BP ending his drought in this game. Around this point we made a change. I think. Oh no, Paletta's back in the team. Yeah, he's still in the team at this game. In fact, after that last game, Blackburn actually tried to poach Conway from us on a big club release clause. Didn't realise he had it. Unfortunately, fortunately for us, rather, they had a full squad because he accepted terms, but they couldn't put the transfer through because they had a full team. And I immediately put him on loan because I believe, I never used to do this back in the day. I'd heard about it back in the day, and I've heard it said in the community, if you put them on loan, clubs will try and loan them rather than buy them, so you actually avoid that big club release clause being a problem. Whether it takes a hit to morale and stuff like that, I don't know, but with what's coming soon, maybe not. But we jumped, as you can see, we jumped onto Castellon, which I think might be Castilla, Real Madrid's B team, but just incorrectly named or something, I'm not too sure. But we went 1-0 down through an own goal before Valderrama, his regen, got us back in the game. We were tinkering around putting him in midfield. We were trying to get that Alex role. We were trying to work someone into it, basically, just trying to see what works. But we tried to push for a win, and they went and scored pretty in the end, 2-1. Yeah, I mean, a draw again was probably fair. When we deserve to lose, we lose. When we deserve to win, when we deserve to draw, we lose. When we deserve to win, we sometimes draw. So it's just But then we do get some good wins as well along the way. Obviously, otherwise we wouldn't be in the table where we are. It just feels that way sometimes. But Vida got the own goal in that game, as you can see. We then took on Hercules, or Hercules, whatever you want to call them.
Oh, Hercules!
They're right up our arse in the league. Well, at this point they were. I don't know if they still are. We'll have a look in the league table in a moment, see what we're left to play with. But we went 1-0 up and 2-0 up through B before Sanchez put us 3-0 up, and then Diego, who's come into a little bit of form in this running now, from this point on, grabs the fourth to make it 4-0. And just about this time as well, P come back from his injury. Obviously, Paletta's back. But as you can see, we put Sanchez in the team, and he got a goal. And it hasn't stopped. He's something's clicked with him. So he might potentially be a new signing in the summer if we stay at Salamanca. If that's part of the challenge. I can't remember what the next part of the challenge is. I've got an idea, but I don't know what exactly it is entails, which will all become clear in 2 episodes or so time. Maybe after this one, if this episode actually runs out to us running into a dead end essentially. But then we had Las Palmas, who were 3rd in the table, and I was thinking of coming back here, and I thought, you know what, the table, nothing's actually particularly changed. It's not obvious where we're going to be, what we've got to play for, or anything really. If we win it, we'll maybe come back in a game or 2 with the 6 games to go. We can do 3 games per episode, and we'll have an idea. But we absolutely blew them out of the water. We went 1-0 up through Barcesian. They come back 1-1 with a goal from literally shoots from 30 yards, whatever it says. Scores, just goes in. There's no build up play, no anything, no tippy tappy, anything like that. It's just shoot and in. But we did go back in the same minute. Barcesian got a goal. Yeah, I mean their one shot on target is their 1 goal, so that sums them up really. And then Sanchez grabbed another 2 as well in the second half. So it was cameo from both strikers either side at half time. And then we followed that up. We had Xerez, who are now bottom. Toledo have gone above them, or they had, whether that still is the case, because we put 4 again. The goal scoring is back, and a clean sheet, which, yeah, I don't know how many we've had through this run. Not many, I don't think. But we stuck with the same team that beat Las Palmas 4-1. We had a goal early on disallowed for B. He had 1 disallowed, but he did then pretty much straight after go and bang 1 in, so he got his goal anyway. And then we went 2-0 through Diego, and then Diego had 1 disallowed, and then Sanchez grabbed Sanchez scored on the same minute, and then Diego had another 1 disallowed before rounding it off on 55 minutes to make it 4-0, getting his 2nd goal of the game anyway. And then they had a red card, as you can see late on. Didn't affect anything because nothing happened after that. I'm surprised that 1 shot on target didn't go in. It seems to be the way. And the reason I was looking and I saw Ian Wright at Tottenham is because I was looking at the Premier League. I was seeing at Fulham, and I just had a quick look at Tottenham because, well, I'll just let it go because I don't want to look at Tottenham. I'm not going to admit to that. They are top of the league still, or well, still. We saw them; they were top of the league. It's not too much of a surprise. So they are still top of the league. As you can see, tactic-wise, we've gone back to Conway and Muniz. I mean, it's kind of working. Let's be honest. And his rating is creeping up to the 7 that we need. So hopefully it can keep creeping. We've got Milanovic picking up the Alex role, Taylor in midfield, Diego. We've kind of gone back to basics really. We've taken all the new signings out. They haven't quite bedded in as we'd like. Petizio isn't quite who he is now. He's 88%. Paletta, since he signed his contract, has just gone right off the boil. Hopefully we can get he's got big club release scores now though, which he didn't have before. But do you know what? I'm happy for someone to it. You know, I'll offer that contract, put that clause is snuck in there, but I'm happy if someone triggers it. Plus, we'll get a bit more money because he was only worth about 400k before. But we're going to jump in. We've got it's an international break. We've got players missing. I didn't notice, but as you can see, we've got Osasuna, fourth, stingy defence. Osasuna. We've got to come around and do something. 4 points behind them. We need this to have any chance really of catching them. I suppose Las Palmas could also slip, even to a degree. Levante, Logrones are out of our reach. They're not out of reach of the title. Pretty much. They've not got to do much more, but they are pretty much done and dusted. We just need to do our bit. So Sanchez, he's on international duty. So we're going to bring Pelizol back in. I'm not putting Paletta in. I could have done with Sanchez for this game. I'm not going to lie. The form he's had the last couple of games, he's complemented Barcesian very nicely. And hopefully Pelizol, they can go back and just, for God's sake, there had to be an injury. They just had to be, didn't there? And who have I got on the bench? The one and only Mickelson, who's not very good, bless him. He's not very good. We got 70 odd minutes to cope with, a not very good centre back, and we survived that attack. Pelliziol had a chance to score quite early in his debut, but unfortunately not. But Barcesian carries on his run of good form as well, and I think he is far and away. Oh, it's been disallowed. Even with that, I mean, he'd be top scorer just on disallowed goals. I think if his disallowed goals weren't counted, he'd be top scorer in the league, let alone the ones he actually has scored. And that looks like it's our goalkeeper who's been fouled. But we get to half-time 0-0, and I'd take a draw in this game, in all honesty. Love a win. Don't get me wrong, Pelliziol giving us a lead. Should be 2-0, it's 1-0. But I'd take a draw, and let's see what we can do in the other games to do what we need to do. Hopefully it would put a bit of a dampener in their bit of form as well, and they can drop some points elsewhere. I mean, we have got Logrones in the last 3 games, I think. And we go 2-0 up. I think it's that man Diego again. I think Diego's popped up with another goal. He is banging form. His morale has popped up. His form's popped up. Everything is going good with him at the moment, which means he's probably going to get injured anytime soon as they pull one back late. I just clicked the mouse to make subs. Oh, Chile. That's not good. Can we hold out? I mean, I'm toying with making defensive changes just to try and shore us up, but it's probably too late now. Oh, it's not too late, so he's dropping down. I think he can play there. Milanovic, yeah, he can play there, so we're going to pop him in there. We're going to pop that there. We're going to bring Mail off. The Mailman's coming off for the Icelandic legend. We're going to bring everyone back a layer, and we're even going to bring in another midfielder, I think. I think we're going to do that. So we're going to take off Pelliziol. He's got the goal, but he needs fitness. We're going to bring a DM in. No. That goes there. He goes there. Oh, I've just cancelled everything. Oh, brilliant. Start again. So we do that. Valeska down. Mailman down. Vida down. Pelliziol down. Him down. So Pelliziol was for... who did we say? It's the Icelandic legend. He's going to drop down there. The Mailman's coming off for Valderrama. And I don't think we've already made the last change, so that will do. And I wanted to do some arrows. That's why I cancelled. Just bring everyone back. Defensive masterclass. The Mourinho masterclass. Just going to bring everyone back. None of this stuff. For 2 minutes, and it probably won't work. It has worked. Tactical masterclass. We saw out the last 2 minutes. Goalkeeper gets man of the match. It's all to play for, boys. It's all to play for. They got Robert Tomaszek, but Chile smashing in the goal for them with his baby back ribs. And we go to the next game. Be back shortly. Okay, we're back on the Saturday. So we're going to press play to continue. Haven't saved. Should have done, really. Not that I'm going to save scum, anything like that. Just, it's been... With the recording software going, it does tend to go a bit funny, and the game does tend to lag a bit, especially in the between bits. But we've got Numancia today, who are 18th in the league. We're a point behind Osasuna. We've hurt their goal difference a little bit. I don't know if we're going to have enough to... I think we have to overhaul them on points. I don't think goal difference is going to be enough somehow. But Conway is out for a month, which we'll deal with once we get in here. Oh, that's worrying. Sorry about that. Just had to pause. Had a delivery again. So many of those today. We are going to put Trabelsi in because his average rating suggests he is actually playing quite well, even if results weren't quite going our way. We're going to bring Sanchez back in and Pelliziol back on the bench. He did get our goal in the last game. And he got 16 and 17, but Sanchez is just the man on form at the moment. Oh, we've got too many foreign players. We're going to have to bring Ruben Nelson out and put Rabat on the bench. So that's Valderrama basically out of the squad. But I mean, he's not going to get a 7 rating at this rate. And Conway basically missing the end of the season now isn't good. We could have done with some stability and some regular, especially now we've got something working. Can we build on it? And well, I mean, 18th place Numancia, we should be dispatching these fairly comfortably. Hopefully the defensive change doesn't change too much and disrupt our momentum too much. Diego had the chance, doesn't score, and we don't score the rebound. Barcesian, he gets his goal. He is on fire. I assume he's not a regen and he's in the game from the start. If he is, check him out, especially if you're in a lower league team. If you're doing this challenge and you get to Segnunda division, chat season 3, and he's available. Snap him up. Obviously, he might be random. He could be terrible in your game, but he's doing the bits for me right here now. Oh, they equalise practically with their first chance. Of course they do. I do feel where we've gone for that goalkeeper with the set pieces, it hasn't really paid off because we've only had one penalty given to us all season, and he scored it, but he's not a good enough goalkeeper. We could have got a better goalkeeper and we probably could have kept some of the goals out. He's done okay. He might not be the worst. He might be okay. Barsegian gets number 2. But I feel we could have maybe got a better general goalkeeper. But I just went for the bonus points. And it could have cost us the actual big bonus of the promotion, which would be terrible, obviously. Not ideal. We are going to bring Diego, who makes it free. There we go. We are going to bring, I think, Palizio on for a little bit. We're just trying to work his fitness back up. Trying to work him back in. We'll probably rest Barsegian. He's got 2 goals. He should have an 8 or a 9. And just stop him getting injured. Keep his rating. Get it locked. 20 minutes to go maybe. We don't want to give Palizio too much. Just in case it works. You know, it doesn't work out for him. We're going to bring Pedretti on for Vida. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're going to give Vida a chance to up his 7. He could do it. We're going to bring the mailman off because he's on an 8. We're going to lock that in. We need to get his numbers back up, and we're going to take Diego. We're going to rest Diego. He's got his goal. He's got his 8. Lock that in. He should be okay for his 7 rating. I think we are going to have quite a few who aren't hitting that, but that's par for the course, really, to be honest. You do get a lot of players under 7s, especially sort of, I was going to say ones that don't necessarily count, but that's not necessarily true. Defensive midfielders do actually do okay quite often. Depends what system you're playing. Obviously, our defence is absolutely dreadful, so you're not going to score high in anything like that. But that's 3-1, and we'll take a look at the league table again at the start of the next match. I think we did it before this one, but we've got one more match for this episode. Should be hopefully an under 20-minute episode. Obviously, the last one will be a lot shorter. Oh, they've got Gariva in midfield. He's very good. We'll be back for the next game. Okay, here we are. We're back. As you can see, we've just got Manager of the Month. You can see the few we've got this season. So we've got one sort of 3rd month of the season. We've got it in October. We got it in January, and we've got it in April. So we're in good form at the moment. Van Gaal smashing it for Barcelona currently. Tenerife actually did well at the start. A couple for Henkes and a couple for Radiantic. Rest in peace at Atletico Madrid. But we played on the Saturday and we're about to play on the Monday. We're still getting offered jobs left, right and centre. There's every job that comes up practically. Christophe Robert, he's only been appointed a few months. We mentioned it in one of the episodes back at Nice. What's happening with Nice? Oh, it's not very nice for Nice, is it? Doesn't look good. But we're playing on the Saturday. We're now playing on the Monday. Who have we got? Obviously, if I press done, we'll see. But it's Logrones. Not planned at all. We're 4th. We've snuck in. Osasuna, something's dropped, and we've gone clear of Elche. They've dropped off a little bit. So, they're not out of it. Nor a Celta, nor a Hercules. Probably Extremadura even. Probably down to 9th. We've got a chance, but we just need to push on. Oh, we need to beat Logrones, really. We need to maintain our form as well, as much as anything, just to maintain our form. If we lose this, we could end up, slipping completely off the slopes and having a right old shitstorm of an end of the season. We don't want to be battling. We don't want another Division 1 last day drama, which actually has more riding on it than that game actually did. That was just for the title. We still had promotion guaranteed. We knew that, but a title would have been nice just to add, and we go 10 men. 29 minutes. Okay. We're going to undo changes. Right, we're going to drop the mailman. No, the mailman back here. And Diego swap, I think. No, we're going to take the mailman off. We've got to take the mailman off for Mariuson, I think. And we survived the first attack. Quite often you go down to 10 men and the next chance is a goal. We survived it that time. Oh, this is tense. Could have done without a red card in the first half an hour. That would have been something nice to avoid. Sanchez. Now, we've seen this before. We've gone down to 10 men, scored a goal, and then ended up getting getting trumped or, you know, losing at the very least. I want the second one. Oh, we survive another. Oh, it was bound to come. It was coming. They were having chances. Teams don't often, especially teams at the top, don't often go that many chances without scoring against you. Ah, should have been a formality, but he missed it. And oh my God, what are we doing? We've hit form. Right time, Valisca 2-1, and I think that puts him on or maybe over his 10 goals now. Oh, third would have been not quite rubber stamping it, but sorry about that. I had to just disappear. There was another delivery again. It was just like one we actually took in for next door. They were knocking for it, so I just had to go and drop that out to them. Quick chat as well. But we're 3-1 up. Minutes to go. Can we hold on? No subs are happening now. I'm done with subs. Bosesian's had a quiet-ish game, really, in goals-wise anyway. Whether he's got the assist, I don't know. But Vidas makes it 4-1. We've beaten the top team in the league 4-1 at home with 10 men for 60 minutes of the game. Over an hour. Famous result in Salamanca's history. Oh my God. Justo Sanchez with the man of the match. 2 goals. This guy. I assume he's a regen of someone. No, he's on the game from the start. From my team, Vélez, my new adopted Argentinian team. I'm looking at getting a kit actually. All the teams I did on my Pentagon Challenge, what, FM 14, 15, that I did on a blog, trying to get all those kits. One of the teams doesn't exist anymore, and I struggled finding kits when they did exist. So FC Cape Town, they've now been taken over, and the company that owned them still exists, but they do consultancy in football or something. I don't really understand it. I was going through my Twitter the other day and found them. I was like, who's that? And it's like, oh, it's Cape Town, but it's their consultancy arm, if you like, which I was not aware was even a thing. But we've beaten top 4-1. I mean, we're not catching them. That doesn't affect that. We're still being hounded down by Osasuna, aren't we? Where's Osasuna's result? Have they not played yet? Yes, they did. They won 2-0 at home to Numancia, who gave us a bit of a scare for a moment. Let's see, table-wise, what do we do? Oh, it's tense. I mean, we can still technically play for second. Who have we got in the last 3 games? Celta, great. Lleida and Badajoz, who we beat 7-1 in the home leg. Well, the other side of the coin, you know, the other side of the fixtures. Celta, Lleida and Badajoz. Let's see what that does. Celta, we know are good. They're here. Lleida, I think, are safe. But, yeah, they're safe. They're both down the bottom, but safe. So, yeah, Celta's the game. It is the first one, so we're in our form. We're in our pomp. Xerez still down the bottom. 3 points clear now, Toledo. And it is a battle between those two as well. So that'll be a fascinating watch to see how that plays out. But we're going to leave that there. Try and cut this down to 20 minutes, roughly. If you enjoyed today's video, please do drop a like on the video. Please drop a sub to the channel. All that lovely, wonderful stuff that creators love and thrive on and enjoy. There's been a lot of stuff on Twitter lately in the Football Manager community about not seeing numbers. I'm not seeing the numbers either, but you know what? I'm enjoying being back doing something creative. Having an outlet, having someone to talk to when I'm home alone, basically, as well. Always helps. That isn't someone from work. It's normally quite good. So until next time for the final run-in of this season, which is going to be potentially quite dramatic or a bit of a damp squib, let's be honest, it could be. I'll see you next time. Take care.